So I don't know how I forgot this, but here we go. This is a video on how to do this assignment, although many of you have done it already, but for the quarter that this appeared. But moving forward, all of y'all that are going to take this class again, here's how we do this assignment. So this is project for Unit 2, We the People, Your Constitution, Your Voice. And this is a three-part project, or you choose three projects or smaller versions of projects to turn in total. So we have a lot going on here. It's worth 135 points. It's due when it's due by the end of the quarter, right? So that's why I don't put a date here. But the Constitution of the United States is more than an old document. It's a living framework that continues to shape every aspect of American life. But understanding it isn't just about memorizing clauses or naming the branches of government. It's about exploring, kind of like why it was created, how it works, and what it means to you today. Because that's the most important thing, because it still works today. So in this project, you're going to choose three different ways to explore and express your understanding of the Constitution. And there are 8 options. If you come up with something else, reach out and let me know. But you're going to watch this video, which you're watching right now, and then watch the crash course video here. Click on this link, and it'll take to a 7-minute video on just like general overview of the Constitution. Some of it's going to be a review of what you've learned in class. Some of it might be new. So it's super cool. It's super quick. It'll get you through it. So, like I said, choose 3 of the 8 project options below. You can mix writing, visuals, video, or audio. Each project's worth about 45 points. You submit all 3 of them together, not at a separate time here. And so, and then there's a rubric at the end to show you. And each one is graded basically the same way, 5 different points that I'm going to grade you on for each individual project. So 15 sections that you earn points on, basically. So you can do a couple of things. You can do a modern style preamble, spoken word, rap, poem, something like that. Rewrite the preamble in your own voice. And it can be written, it can be recorded. You can do many different things. I don't care if you actually act this out, even though I have this on here. You want to write it out, or you can include it and then add your reflection to it. So almost everything has a reflection part of it. That's just kind of what I do, and kind of what I want you to do is reflect on what it is that you've done. So why did you write it this way? What does it mean to you personally? Option 2, you're going to write a dialogue or a skit of people in the actual debating of the key issues of the Constitution at the Constitutional Convention in 1787. So here's 3 issues that you could choose. So there's others for sure. Again, reflect. Option 3 is Constitution Today, and you could create kind of a newspaper kind of thing like this. And I want to show you, here's what somebody has done. I'm not going to tell you who, but this is kind of how they created it. It's pretty cool. They use Canva for this activity, but you can see it has the different issues and a great discussion on that. So that's pretty cool. Option 4 is first person essay, is like if you wrote the Constitution, what would it look like? Would it be different? What would you fight for and against? What values, identities, or experiences would influence your choices? What parts of the original Constitution would you change or keep? All right. Option 5, you can create a Constitution collage or digital poster that visually expresses what the Constitution means to you. You want to include 3 phrases or quotes and 2 symbols or images that represent how the Constitution relates to modern issues in your life. And again, reflect on that. You can have a soundtrack. I've had a few of these. You choose 5 songs that represent themes of the Constitution. They don't have to be traditional music. They're going to be music choices, I guess, but they can be from all different genres and stuff like that. So for each song, write a short paragraph explaining why it or how it connects. That's your reflective piece for this one. Option 7, you write your story. You're going to focus on an amendment. A lot of the ones that have come in have been about First Amendment. That seems to be a big topic of discussion right now. Make sure that we have a strong understanding of the First Amendment or all the amendments and where they were set up and what their purpose was. Um, and it's pretty straightforward. Kind of go through that. A lot of what I've gotten is writing, but don't be afraid to just sit down at your computer. You have Screencastify. Make a video on your phone and send it to me for some of these. And then option 8 is a founding principles reflection journal. You're going to write 3 journal entries, one for each of these principles here. Popular sovereignty, separation of powers, and individual rights. I've gotten a few of those. Those have been pretty good. And this is a rubric on how you're graded. And each one of these has, I guess I said 5, but there's 6 parts that you're graded on. One on content understanding, creativity and personal voice, relevance to the Constitution, completion and effort, length and requirements, and grammar, clarity, and format. All told, they're like on the rubric itself, there's 3 for each of those. So I guess 18 parts, right? Let me know if you have any questions. Good luck.